Hi everybody, this is Carly, Chief Executive at Driving Instructors Association, with another update and hopefully some news and information you'll find useful on how COVID-19 is impacting the driver and rider training industry. Hopefully today we should have an announcement from the Chancellor about what's going to happen to help self-employed people. They are, I understand, desperately trying to find some way of giving you guys parity with the employed workers. They've already had some good news about the fact that they will receive up to 80% of their earnings through their employers. As I understand it, what is intended to be announced today in the measures to help the self-employed is a payment that will, I think, probably have to come from your self-assessed tax returns, which tries to pay up to 80% of your net income, as I said before, based on your previous tax returns. Now, previous reports on this matter and the extract from the coronavirus bill that is going through Parliament at the moment referred to figures up to 2,917, that being the upper limit that which anybody could expect to receive if they did make this payment. That was only a proposal, and media speculation has it today that that figure has been revised downwards, and it's likely to be much lower than that amount of money. The problem is that the government obviously has to provide for another 5 million people here, and to understand what is a fair payment given in the self-employed sector. Obviously, there are people earning this much and there are people earning this much as well. So the figure that's being speculated on is that payments will be no more than £1,700 per month. Whether that is a flat, that's what everybody's getting, or that is the cap, probably more likely, to which they will pay regardless of your income. So that announcement should come out, I expect, in the government press conference, which happens every day around about 5 p.m. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that announcement. We will obviously do a summary of that straight afterwards. That will be an email because it's just much quicker than getting these videos live. And any questions after that over the next few days, we'll obviously take those from the support@driving.org email. And hopefully there'll be lots more clarification on how it's going to work and how you're going to get it. I understand this payment will come straight to the individuals because obviously HMRC has your details of your previous tax returns and knows you're in the system and has your bank account details as well. So you should get that directly from them. It may take a little bit of time. Even those workers who have been promised support via their employers from the first government announcements about help have now been told not to expect that help to come through till April, because getting that money to the employers to be able to distribute takes a bit of time. And like all of us right now, clearly all these organisations that have to make the payments and do the do having to take some time to work out how they actually get that out there. But at least, hopefully today, fingers crossed, we are going to get some good news about supporting you guys out there as well. So clearly then we have people hopefully being supported who are in the benefits system better, that they'll be able to access benefits much more quickly, and the access to benefits has widened out. People who are employed hopefully getting something very soon, and those who are in the tax system as self-employed people and making their tax returns on a regular basis will also be able to get something out of that system as well. Clearly, if you're a ghost in the machine and you don't exist anywhere in PAYE or self-assessment or in a benefits system, it's going to get very difficult. And the government is saying there will be some hardship. So I don't know what's going to happen about those people. But clearly, if you are in a system and are paying into a system or receiving already a benefit system, they're trying to do their best to help people who they can identify. Those of you who've applied for universal credit, and I do believe there are a number of ADIs and trainers that are out there doing that at this moment in time, lucky you for actually getting through to the universal credit line. I know that's quite fraught for them, handling the high volume of calls they're now having, but some of you are getting through and are being verified as being eligible for the universal credit payment. I've been told that that's about £497, an initial payment that can be made pretty quickly to people's bank accounts. The questions that we're being asked is, if the government makes this contribution today to self-employed people and I've already had universal credit payments, what do I do about that? I believe in the normal instance of universal credits that you would have to pay back that money if you suddenly came into income or were able to afford to do without universal credit, and arrangements are made to do that. So I think you can pay back over a 4-month term of larger payments or a 12-month term of smaller payments. However, DIA, we're not a money advice service particularly. And what I would recommend and have been recommended is go to websites of money advice service. I think that's moneyadvice.org or moneyadviceservice.org. We've published a lot of these email addresses on our website and our emails anyway. Citizens Advice Bureau, or go and check the gov.uk website for information. For example, yesterday I was looking to advise some members, if I get a part-time job, some short-term employment, or I take on a part-time job in this crisis, and I claimed universal credit, does that stop or what happens? And as I understand it, you are allowed to earn from a part-time income up to a certain level and still receive universal credit. The amount which gets paid might alter with how much you're receiving from your part-time work, or may just stop altogether if you're receiving a fairly high amount from that part-time work as well. But again, go and check the government website on universal credit. It does give very specific advice about claiming universal credit and having part-time employment as well. In terms of claiming benefits or claiming any kind of financial assistance or applying for any business loans at this moment in time, one of the most important things you could do, and this is great advice from my colleagues at MSA when we were on a conference call yesterday, is make sure that all your accounts are up to date and you have your information fairly accessible on your trading history, your income history as well. So anybody who uses DIA tax service, obviously, if you haven't got the copy of the stuff we've done for you, request that now from us, or you use another accountancy service. It'll be a lot quicker for you being processed as for your eligibility for benefits, loans, or whatever, if you have your financial information to hand and it's been recently updated as well. So bear that good tip in mind. Those who might be applying for part-time roles at the moment, or even full-time roles, we have updated the driving.org/jobs page and drivertrainer.org/jobs with the latest information that we have on roles that are available for driver trainers or as drivers, because obviously a lot of companies are seeking to employ a lot of drivers at the moment. They want the best people they can have in this time. So keep an eye on those. We're talking to organisations like Indeed, the biggest probably job search engine in the UK now, whether we can have a live feed of any of those type of jobs coming through to our website as well. But you can go and have a look at these websites and see what's available too. What I would suggest is you set up an email alert, sign in, register with these sites and set up an email alert. So on keywords and key jobs. So anything new that comes onto the site, you are immediately notified via your email that those are available and you can apply for them as well. Yesterday, I think it was, we got the announcement, or the day before, that MOT certificates had been suspended. So people don't have to worry if they have to drive for work, or in the general course of things, their MOT certificate, it won't expire. It will be extended for 6 months. So go along to the government site.gov.uk and find out the exact details of what's happening with MOTs as well. But that's trying to take, one worry away from people at this moment in time. I have a meeting with DVSA, a video conference that they set up this afternoon for us Tier 1 stakeholders, where we get to ask them some questions and they can ask us some questions and get some feedback from the ground about how they could be more helpful as well. DVSA have been very good, as much as they can be, in terms of getting communications out to us, taking our frequently answered questions, turning around what they can in terms of what they've got an answer for and getting that out to us. Clearly, they're also having to deal with things day by day. They haven't always got the information that they need or can make the decisions they can. But today's conference is about getting our heads together and seeing what else we can do to support the industry at this difficult time as well. And I have taken a lot of the frequently asked questions that we're getting here, and we're going to discuss those today too. One of the key questions is going to be about those of you who are training key workers. So there are some driver trainers who are being employed at the moment to do essential driver training for people on the front line, like medical staff, like MOD staff, like those who are doing delivery jobs that are very important to keep the country moving and goods supplied at this moment in time. I know some of you are having some hassle out on the road from members of the public and to some degree the police, who are trying to police who's out and about, who shouldn't be, and who's driving, who shouldn't be, what's an essential journey, etc. What we've asked DVSA and also offered to do ourselves is, can we have some kind of verification service where you have some kind of official sign that you can put in your window that explains that you are doing essential driver training. We have also asked whether those ADIs and rider trainers who are doing this kind of work with key workers should not be recognised as key workers themselves, to make their lives a little bit easier in terms of going about their business as well. So hopefully more news on that after this meeting this afternoon. Bikers, we have asked the question whether CBTs can in fact be reinstituted and rider training as part of that, because we do recognise what you're saying about the fact that in rider training you are able to keep that social distancing measure in place as well. We have been promised we'll get some kind of feedback on that, and you as ATB owners and trainers should get that simultaneously in the next couple of days as well. I think that's all I've got right now in terms of news and advice for you. As I said, the most important thing really is to look at the communications coming out after the Chancellor's announcement this afternoon. I'll be sending communications about that, but also I'll send some comms after my meeting with DVSA as well. We continue a very, very small crew and a decreasing crew of us to be here in the office for now, just because we're employed in some key work helping to support some driver training that's going on as well as doing the stuff of helping and supporting our members. I am quickly moving where I can people to working from home, but that should be no disruption of service to you guys. You shouldn't really see that our services aren't continuing as normal, apart from obviously our courses are all online now. We're not doing any face-to-face. So we'll endeavour to keep things running as best we can and as seamless as we can. As I said, the best way to get hold of us is by email, just so we can process queries much more quickly that way and get back to more people that way. No, I am not engaging in every comment on Facebook that people put on there, because the team is simply so busy putting together communication for the majority of people and speaking to individuals one-on-one on the phone or the email as well. We are posting stuff to Facebook, but we're not just going to get involved in debates at the moment on there, because we feel it's more important helping people where they need it most and getting those communications to people across the channels of communication as well. So all that remains for me to say is, as usual, I hope you're keeping safe and well out there. We'll try and keep you updated as things happen as much as we can, and we'll speak to you very soon. Take care then, guys. Bye-bye.